The Rinko. Overall build quality. We have a metal faceplate. Nice. The shell material is good. I have no problems with the shell material. Zeos. I find these quite comfortable. Metal nozzle with a metal dust filter. Yeah, I don't mind the build at all. Kind of reminds me of the Truth Ear Hexa when it comes to build quality. The ear hooks are comfortable. I quite like these ear hooks actually. It does have a slider and then tight weave into a straight termination. Cable is, it kind of wants to do its own thing, but at the same time, in real life and listening to these things, I haven't had any issues with the cable at all. I find it quite comfortable, easy to use. Yeah, totally fine. The case kind of reminds me of a jewelry case. It's it's nice. You know, it's kind of soft and hard at the same time. It's totally cool. No issues here. How do these things sound? So, looking at a graph, I was full ready to just come in here and tear these things apart. I'm like, ooh, that does not look like it's going to sound good. However, with listening to them, and I've been listening to them for about a week now. And yeah, so I like them enough that I was able to listen to them for an entire week. And two, they sound good. I actually like them. So the bass is going to be considered by many to be bleeding into the mids. For me personally, I quite like the bass. I really like the bass. Very nice bass. So the first song I listened to with these, Big Boy Killjill, the bass legitimately surprised me. I was like, whoa, these are fun. These are fun. There's a couple IEMs that this reminds me of when it comes to the bass curve, but I'm going to compare this to other IEMs in a bit here. Yeah, you go into the mids, and then it's kind of like a lower mid scoop, and then you go into the upper mids. It's a bit much in that, like, just in that one area there around, like, 1.5 to 4 kilohertz. However, it's no more than, Harman is really, and something like, I mean, with my hearing anyways, I'm the least sensitive between about 2 and 3 kilohertz. So this isn't hitting me where I'm the most sensitive. Now, after 4 kilohertz, like 4 kilohertz, I start getting sensitive. After 4 kilohertz, I get to like 10 dB of sensitivity in that mid treble presence area. So between like 6 and 8 kilohertz, I'm like 10 decibels sensitive. And this is doing like a huge kind of fall off and then comes back a little bit for the upper treble frequencies there. This kind of hit my HRTF in the right way, essentially. So I think this is going to really depend on someone's hearing. But for me personally, the treble comes off really nice there. I found this both exciting to listen to as well as laid back and chill. Like, it wasn't this hasn't been fatiguing me really. Like the upper mid's a little bit, but like not much. Like really, like that, like 1.5 to 4 kilohertz. I'd take that down maybe like 3 to 5 dB for personal preference. But outside of that, nothing else has really been bothering me with this IEM. And I was like, kind of like, what? Like, this has made me question everything I know about tuning. So that's a thing. And then, yeah, essentially, I was like, why do I like this? I shouldn't like this. Like, on paper, like, how... I don't like a lot of upper mids, and this has a lot of upper mids, and then the treble's all weird. Like, why do I like this? And it really comes down to, yes, I've had my hearing professionally tested, and this is boosted in the areas where I'm the least sensitive, and it's dropping out a little bit where I'm the most sensitive. It's kind of just playing to my hearing. So I kind of really enjoy this IEM, and the bass is really good. So it comes off as like the bass and rhythm section is very much in the mix, and it's to me, I really enjoy that. But there's vocal clarity, like quite a bit of vocal clarity, like to me anyway. So like vocals are they are forward in the mix. Like the vocals come off quite a bit for me with this IEM. And then I think this is going to be very hearing dependent, because like if your hearing is flat between, 1 kilohertz to 8 kilohertz and you don't have that dB sensitivity that I have, this might come off as more shouty. For me personally, it doesn't. It comes off as a little less sibilant. It comes off vocal forward, but it doesn't come off like, you know, in my ears, doing some crazy things, like listening to things like Chris Cornell, where sometimes his consonants and S's and stuff like that, they come off a bit sharp. This wasn't doing that for me. On occasion, yeah, I still wish there was a little bit less of that 1.5 to 4 kilohertz, but overall, I've been enjoying the presentation of the set. It's very different than what I'm used to. So let's compare it to some IEMs, just to, kind of get a better understanding here. So comparing it to the Let's Sure Soloist, this is an IEM that I reviewed and I didn't mind. I actually kind of liked it. It was a little bit forward in the upper mids. Like what I essentially said in the review is, this sounds cool. It's a lower mid scoop. I like the bass. The bass is a lot of fun. It's a little bit forward in the upper mids, but like if you can get this thing for like $100, I'd get it. I didn't mind that IEM. The only thing is like it's a little bit more present in the areas where I'm a little more sensitive compared to this one. This one is playing more to my hearing, so I prefer this over the Soloist. Comparing it to the Star River, which I found very intense. This is cutting out where I'm the most sensitive. The Star River is not, and this has a heaping amount of bass to cover a multitude of sins. So with the amount of bass this thing has, it can get away with having a bit of extra presence in that upper mid region. So I didn't like the Star River. It wasn't for me. I found it very intense. I thought it was cool for a couple songs, but it just wasn't something I could listen to, on the daily. This is something I've been listening to on the daily for the past little while. And I think it's due to, because this has more bass and because it's a little bit less present in those regions where I'm personally most sensitive, I like it more. Comparing it to the JBL Endurance Run, very similar bass curve, But the thing I didn't like about the JBL Endurance Run is I was still getting fatigue, and it's because there was more in that region where, again, I'm personally the most sensitive. This is cutting out there. This is playing to my personal hearing. I quite like this. The JBL Endurance Run, I didn't mind. I thought it was an okay option, for the price. It's totally fine. This doesn't give me that same fatigue issue. I like this better. Compare it to the KB Ear Storm. I liked what the low end was doing with the KB Ear Storm. This is doing it better. This has better sub bass reach. This is all around better there, and it's less forward around that 4 kilohertz mark where I start to become sensitive. And the treble's actually a better overall quality. Essentially, it's bordering it for me. Like with that 1.5 to 4 kilohertz, it's very much like if it was anything more than what it's doing, I probably wouldn't like this. But it's like right on that borderline of acceptable for my personal hearing. So I don't mind this. Compared to the Truth Ear Zero, they're basically like there's an equal amount of upper mids there. This is a little bit more forward. It starts like its upper mid rise is a little bit sooner, but the Truth Ear Zero, it just keeps going into the presence region and mid treble, whereas this does that cutout. I found the Truth Ear Zero incredibly harsh to my hearing, and it has a bass tuck, and it has less bass in general. I found it incredibly harsh on my hearing personally. I didn't like it whatsoever. This has enough mid bass and like enough thump to kind of balance out those upper mids, and it's cutting out where I'm most sensitive, where the Truth Ear Zero didn't. So to kind of put it in perspective, the reason why I like this IEM is because it is very much playing to my hearing. It's playing to the fact that I am sensitive after 4 kilohertz. And then like as it goes to 8 kilohertz, it starts to get more and more sensitive. My hearing gets more and more sensitive up to 10 decibels. And this does quite a dropout. And when you take into account the 8 kilohertz, resonance peak, the treble's not as peaky as it looks. Like it does look a little bit peaky and uneven. It does have some peaks here and there, but it's not as peaky as it looks once you kind of take that 8 kilohertz resonance peak into account. Yeah, essentially, I like the bass. I find the bass very enjoyable. I find it very fun. The fact that it was able to boost vocals without boosting the sibilance and boosting the unpleasant sounds I get from, those upper regions. This is very much playing to my personal hearing, and that's why I like it. So, do I personally recommend this? Yes, I like this IEM. However, it's a proceed with caution because it's not a safe tuning. It's not really like a generally safe tuning for this hobby. And I think a lot of people won't like it, but I think a lot of people who will like it a lot, So if your preferences are like mine, if you are more sensitive after 4 kilohertz, if you are someone who loves their bass, this is a fun presentation. This is a very fun and enjoyable presentation. I can see where Zeus was going with this, and yeah, I've been enjoying this IEM for the past week. My heyday is on loan right now, so I don't have my daily driver. I've been listening to the MT Pro and listening to this, and I've been enjoying it. Straight up, I've been enjoying it. It sounds good. It's playing to my hearing. It sounds good. Comparing it technicality-wise to other sets in its range, that treble hole there, it could come off as less technical to a lot of people because it seems like that region is where a lot of people hear technicalities. To me personally, I don't have any problem. The instrument separation is good. No problem with instrument separation. It doesn't sound overly spacious or anything, but it's enjoyable to me. I would call it technically proficient, and the treble and the bass extend out nicely. It sounds good to me. Will this sound good for everyone? Probably not, but will it sound good? Like, does it sound good to me? Yes, it personally sounds really enjoyable to me. So yeah, I was going to come into this review trashing it based off measurements, and then I listened to it and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. So hey, I might catch some flack for enjoying it, but I enjoy what I enjoy, and is what it is, Personally, I like this IEM. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and until next time.